First, artificial intelligence and machine learning will become key drivers in healthcare. The increasing cost pressure on healthcare systems globally, but also current demographic changes in many countries, shortages in HCP staffing, and not least, the acceleration of disruptive trends as a result of the corona pandemic will boost AI and machine learning in the healthcare sector. The market volume of AI is already predicted to increase more than tenfold in the next 5 to 8 years. And even though several legislators have already recognized the need to regulate AI separately, as shown, for example, recently by the EU proposal for a regulation on harmonized rules for AI, digitization will presumably progress faster than regulation. We are therefore likely to see many new and highly innovative AI and machine learning solutions in the healthcare sector for which there may not yet be appropriate and comprehensive regulation when they will be actually ready for launch. Secondly, we will see a further increase in digital health applications and health-related IoT initiatives for consumers. The corona pandemic has led to a general questioning of traditional processes in the healthcare sector, which typically relied on direct human-to-human interactions, for example, with respect to doctor visits and consultations. This approach has long delayed and sometimes even hindered new and more effective digital developments. We will very likely see old structures broken down and new innovative consumer health applications coming. And not only solutions that may be used when consumers are already suffering from a disease, but in particular applications for rather preventive purposes, just as already today many health apps serve preventive rather than therapeutic goals. And this trend can indirectly help even shift healthcare systems from a disease-based to a rather preventive-based approach, and thereby even result in significant treatment cost savings. My third prediction is that the market segment of medical robotics, remote treatment solutions and telemedicines will further grow. Already today we are advising on highly innovative and globally applicable medical robotics solutions that will make it possible in the future to treat patients and even to perform high-precision surgeries without the physician actually having to be present at the same site. Technically, we have already reached a point where patients can undergo high-precision surgeries with a surgeon being located in another city, in another country, or even on another continent. And even though the technology is associated with many legal questions and challenges, it will certainly become established, as it will enable treatments almost anytime and anywhere. So even in particularly urgent cases or in remote locations where there is no specialist on site at the relevant moment. In addition, medical robotics can help increase the degree of precision in medical treatment and at the same time lower the risk of infection. The medical robotics market is therefore predicted to surpass a volume of $16 billion by 2025, with most profits and expansion in the segments of surgical and rehabilitation robotics. My fourth prediction is that health data will become a game changer. Health data is a key asset in the healthcare sector, and in particular in the pharmaceutical, medical devices and life sciences industries, but also for AI developers and health insurers. Health data is not only needed in connection with the treatment of patients, but also for the development and approval of new healthcare products and digital solutions. Economic success and market power in the healthcare sector will therefore increasingly depend on the control of data portfolios. As the collection and processing of health data as a particularly sensitive category of data is not only associated with considerable risks and challenges, but also with significant costs, for example in clinical trial settings, New industries have since formed that specialize in the collection and processing and marketing of health data, such as, for example, medical data traders and companies specializing in the research on synthetic health data. Synthetic health data, which means representative data sets which are artificially scaled on the basis of existing data sets, will gain considerably in importance, not only for privacy reasons in general, but especially in areas in which the collection of health data is technically challenging, such as in the case of rare diseases, or with respect to high-risk products, or in the treatment of particularly vulnerable patient groups, such as pregnant women or children. Another prediction is that fully integrated virtual health service platforms will become a key focus of health tech development. Analog healthcare landscapes will increasingly be replaced by virtual platform solutions. Already today, we are advising on highly innovative platform solutions, especially in jurisdictions with less stringent regulation of healthcare and health data, such as in some Asian countries. And we are seeing developments there that will likely become established in Europe and the United States of America in the next few years too. These include, for example, fully integrated platform solutions that bring together all market participants in a virtual environment and enable patients in that way to have a consolidated customer journey through all treatment levels and through all key contacts, from physicians, hospitals, or other therapists to pharmacies or even health insurers. And here too, precious health data is generated that often flows directly back into the system and is used by different market participants for various health-related purposes, be it in clinical studies, be it in the development of new analog or digital products, or just for statistical purposes. And my last prediction, finally, we will see an increase in data incidents and cyber attacks in the healthcare sector. As fast as digitization of healthcare is advancing globally, and as important as health data is for the development of healthcare, many healthcare providers are still, let me say, inexperienced or unprepared in terms of data and cybersecurity. I fear that the level of data and cybersecurity in healthcare will not evolve as fast in the near future as both digitization itself and the related risks of cyber attacks and data incidents. We will therefore have to expect an increase in data incidents and cyber attacks in the healthcare industry in the immediate future. A prominent example was the attack of the European Medicines Agency, where even data on BioNTech's corona vaccine, which was in the approval phase at that time, was allegedly accessed by external hackers. In the medium term, data and cybersecurity awareness and safeguards will therefore become increasingly important in the healthcare sector. Therefore, I also assume and conclude with the prediction that cloud solutions will very likely not be the preferred tool for the future for transferring, storing, or processing sensitive health data in the healthcare sector.